All right, everybody, welcome back to Top Tier Podcast, episode 58. I'm Pale Poppy. That's the chosen one. When this story broke, I've been waiting all week to talk about this on the podcast, man.
About to dive into Zion?
I'm ready. Yeah, man. I'm ready to dive into Zion Williamson topic. So,
all right.
Zion Williamson is going to be a father soon. You know, that's good news. That's good news, right?
It is good news. It is good news. Yeah, I guess it is good news. How come nobody was congratulating everybody and was just clowning him?
Because all his side pieces and side flings came out of the woodworks and got in his ass.
I didn't see now one congratulations, Zion. He's having a girl, right?
I think it's a girl. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure.
Dang, man. Everybody, the internet is so foul. I mean, for good reason though. With this one, I mean, if you gonna bring, I don't think the girlfriend, the baby mama. Well, it's so confusing now because he has two separate accounts. You got some woman on the side talking about, oh yeah, you busted me. She was saying some gnarly shit.
So she
was talking about you came in my mouth and shit. I'm gonna have to blank all this shit,
dude. So anyway, after that happened, there was a famous former porn star. Her name is Mariah Mills. I think that's how you say her name, Mariah Mills.
Yeah, let's do some real news coverage.
She went on a Twitter
jumping around
rampage for like 3 days. Did her page get taken down? Because I tried to look for the tweets.
I don't think so. I was just looking at it. Okay. I was looking at it for other reasons, but
I mean, yeah.
It's just the profession. It's the profession.
But, she went on an absolute tirade about how she thought they were in an exclusive relationship. She released the receipts of Zion simping like to levels I've never seen in my life.
Like the text?
Like the text. Like he was talking about.
I didn't see the text. What'd she say?
A lot of the early texts were like, "Oh, I'm gonna fly you out to New Orleans. How much you need me to? I'm so excited. How much you need me to pay you a month to stay out here with me? All types of stuff. How much he's gonna pay her? Like,
why'd you put the voice on?
Dude, I don't know how he sounds. I'm just imagining that's how he sounds.
That's funny.
Like big ass dude, but he got like this like sultry ass voice. Like, I'm gonna fly you out. How much you need me to pay you a month?
How much you need? He sound like a pimp named
to pay you a month, and I was like, damn, like we doing rent a girlfriend now? Like, what the fuck is going on? You got way too much money to be doing that, bro. Or maybe that's why he is.
I guess that's why people are clowning him, is because they wouldn't expect somebody who's worth so much to be with a porn star. I don't know. I don't know, bro. I've seen so many other celebrities
like the baby,
and
Lil Baby. He got
and athletes, that date strippers, porn stars.
Like 15K
I mean,
to smash or something ridiculous.
We just saw, Jimmy Garoppolo, football player, quarterback. I just saw him. He's always with porn stars. I don't get it. You can't. I don't know why people are getting clowned in the profession. You can't clown the profession.
I don't know, man. But they were just saying like all the messages was talking about how he was going in her raw. She was mad about how he was going to all these other women raw because he had a baby mama, and she was like, "You better hope I'm not pregnant." And it was just
she said she was pregnant.
She was talking. She said there was messages there. Exactly, there was messages where he was like, "This is a hairstyle I want you to wear," and she said, "You wanted me to be your African goddess sex doll." She was like she was going on a rampage.
Exposing him.
She was just going for like 3 days, just getting in his ass for like 3. And then apparently a third girl came out and was like, "I thought we were exclusive," and then he ghosted me. Another like Instagram model. Yeah, it was the third girl came out. She posted receipts and pictures of her like at the game too, at one of his games, like in the front.
I wonder what he did. What could you possibly do? I guess it's because he decided to have the baby shower and make it public. They were feeling some type of way about it, but you never hear about any other athletes having this type of problem where the side pieces is just exposing them.
He's young.
I wonder why they came after Zion.
They got NDAs. I swear. He's young. He's younger than us.
Yeah.
He's 3 years younger than, and we're 25.
I mean, like a lot of the league is pretty young.
NDAs.
Though, so.
They got NDAs. They've got NDAs and paid silence and lawyers to handle that. Zion
I feel like if that was a real thing, I don't know. I'm not in the NBA, but I feel like if that was a real thing, Zion would get the mentorship that's necessary for him to know that and for him to follow suit with that.
Because they definitely do. Like I don't know if that was just like a what's his name? Deion Sanders. He had Brittany Renner come up there and like educate them. And oh my God.
But that's about getting played though. What?
Speaking of Brittany Renner, this is related. Did you see she went to dinner with Shaq and everybody on the internet was having a seizure over that?
It's a dinner. I know everybody likes to make it seem like there's a lot of celebrity outings when it comes to relationships and stuff. They were talking about Doja Cat with her new man.
What's his name? Jay Terry or something like that?
Jay Cyrus. I think Jay Cyrus. I never heard of him.
Yeah.
They said that Khalees was with Bill Murray.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
Not confirmed, but I don't know. I think that how do we know that Shaq and Brittany Renner
that's
are
speculation.
dating?
Even with Moria, she could have just made a fake profile that says Zion, but like, I don't know, man. The fucking avatar looked too good to me. That was a picture. That was a picture that was recreated. I swear. If you've seen the pictures, you know how you can take a picture on Snapchat and it recreates your face to like an avatar?
Yeah.
I don't know if she could have got it that exact. Maybe I'm crazy.
There's so much, bro. She
could have been faking it, but
for
3 days. It was to the point where people were making memes about her on Twitter, talking about how she's like the homeless dude on the corner talking about the end of days. Every single day, it's like, damn, like all right, we know what he did. Like, shut up. Like, what else is there? She's loving that clout though. I promise you, all her sales and shit.
You're not gonna get any clout from this.
She was getting clout, bro. She was trending for days. I swear, she was.
I mean, trending, but is that clout? Just because you're trending, you could be trending for the wrong reasons. That's
trending
not clout.
Trending is clout. Period. If your name is trending, you got clout. You have clout for the time being.
I hope she got her OnlyFans because
she probably does.
All this amount of attention,
she getting
up with this.
She getting money. Yeah,
I'd be worried about the money, not the clout. I'd be worried about the bank account.
That's probably why she don't really care. She's just trying to get money.
No, she probably does care, bro. That would hurt me. If you thought that you were in a relationship with an NBA player, especially, and then they come out with a public baby shower, I would be hurt.
Damn. You'd be hurt?
You acting like you wouldn't be hurt?
I feel like she's only hurt because of the bag. She was talking about the dick was trash.
Bro, she said that she thought that they were dating exclusively, bro. If you were dating a WNBA player and you thought that you were the only one that they were dating, maybe they step out from time to time when they travel, whatever. That comes with the territory. And then all of a sudden, that woman goes and posts a baby shower and says she's having a kid with somebody else, and you thought you were the one?
Yeah.
Telling me you wouldn't be upset? Telling me you wouldn't be hurt?
I'd be upset.
Hurt enough to be up on Twitter for 3 days straight?
You'll never know. See, this is what I always say. If I ever got cheated on, I've never been cheated on. If I ever got cheated on, it just be like this, right? It'd be like, cool, go be with your nigga.
You're lying.
Fine. I'm not lying.
You would not be like, cool, stop.
I'm gonna be, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be like,
you said I'd be like, cool,
especially
whatever.
if you was in my house.
No, you wouldn't.
I'm like, go be with your nigga. Your shit I'm gonna give you a week and a half to get your shit out my house. I'm not gonna just throw you out. But go be with your nigga. Don't be in my house. Don't be sleeping in my house. You just move your stuff back and forth over the next week and a half or 2 weeks.
You're very understanding. That actually is very nice of you.
Cause I don't listen. If you don't want me, cool, go be with your nigga. Like, I'm gonna be mad.
Dude,
don't get me wrong.
Crying. I would be hurt.
I'm not gonna let you. I'm not gonna let you see me weak though. I might even be crying in my house. But when I'm gonna be stoic. When I'm talking to you, it's gonna be business. All right. When you come in, all right, I'm gonna leave the door open at 1 to 2, or you got the key. Wow. Get your stuff. Like, there's nothing to talk about. Like,
I would be hurt. Like, I would be throwing the stuff out on the street. I would be in my feels, man. You better than me.
Go. My mentality is like, bro, if you don't want me, it's cool. There's nothing to talk about, right? Only thing I'm mad about is if you met the dude and was like, cool, I want to be with him. I'm mad about the fact that you couldn't have the conversation with me. You couldn't have just said, hey, this isn't working. I'm gonna go be with this dude. Cool, but you decided to cheat. That's what I'm mad about. But functionally, it's the same thing. You pick somebody else, go be with your dude. You just didn't have you couldn't come to me man and woman and talk about some real stuff. You decided to go behind my back. That's the problem. But functionally, you chose a different partner. Whether you told me and broke it off before or you cheated. So it's business. At that point, it's business. All right, bro, get your stuff, go be with your nigga. But the problem is
very understanding.
A lot of people cheat. I've seen a lot of cheating videos. They stay with the dude because he has the resources. So they'll cheat with the bum ass dude and stay with you for the resources. And they don't want to leave because, like, well, shit, I don't have nowhere to go because the nigga don't got shit going on. So
you sound like you have a lot of experience. Has anyone ever cheated with you?
No,
or on you?
Not that I'm aware of, and I'm happy about that. But all my relationships have just ended. Either I didn't want to be with her, or she didn't want to be with me. So
no, I'm saying, has anybody cheated with you?
No, that I'm aware of. No.
You spoke with a lot of maturity there, almost like you went through it before.
Because it's like, I've just been thinking about it for a long time, how I react. Like,
why?
I don't know, because I feel like people are untrustworthy. So I think about that all the time. Like, if I got cheated on, am I really going to be like, oh my God? I've seen so many videos of dudes like, I saw a video where it was like a dude he caught his girl having sex with a dude like in a truck, like on the street. Like, it was like he recorded it and he was like, oh my God, you're this and that. Oh my God. He was literally crying. He was like, oh my God.
I would be crying,
like,
bro.
Dude, you look like a weak man. This is I'm not even going.
I don't like the stigma.
This is the most I would do, especially if I was married. If I needed to prove it in court, I take a picture. Boom, boom, got your ass. She would have came back to the house. I would have been like, all right. I would have just sent it to her. I'm like, all right, that's your nigga, cool. Let's get the divorce papers ready. Oh, that's your nigga, cool. Let's work on getting you out of the house. There's nothing to talk about. Like. I'm not gonna be crying.
You would make sure. Yeah, you said that like the niggas that are crying is weak. You said that you would want to be stoic. Is that an act that you're putting on? But deep down, you really want to be emotional.
Well, deep down, I'm gonna be. Let me clear that up. It's nothing wrong. I don't think there's anything wrong with being emotional. I'm just not giving you the satisfaction of seeing me angry about it. And that's what it is.
They already got the satisfaction. They did it in order to see you do that. Is that why you? Or maybe I don't know. Maybe
they might have been hoping I was gonna cry and take you back. Like you get to get your cake and eat it too. No, fuck you.
Or maybe they don't want you to take them back or whatever. I'm just saying, like, why wouldn't you be able to be emotional at that moment? I think it's very interesting. We doing some therapy
because I'm not gonna give you the satisfaction of thinking that I cared about it. Like,
but you do. You just don't want her to see it because she already knows. Like, I think regardless, if you were to act stoic, she would be like, oh, he's fronting. You know, women can parse this stuff out. I mean, a man can too, but women definitely can parse this stuff out. But if you were to be crying and emotional, I think either way, she gets a come up off of however you react because of the fact that she cheated on you. She did it for a reaction. Or at least knowing that she's going to get a reaction.
But maybe it wasn't a reaction she wanted. She probably wanted to create the chaos and wanted you to be begging and crying on your knees. Well, let's try again.
Ain't nobody. We don't have to beg and stuff.
I'm gonna take you back. Like, I forgive you.
I think it's interesting though.
Fuck out my face. Go be with your
I think there. The stigma of like emotional mentally. It irks my soul sometimes. I saw a lot of people were making fun of Drake because he painted his nails.
I don't. What did he paint him? Black?
No, he painted him like a yellow, like a yellow color.
Well, I always said a splash of Metro. Like, I don't see nothing. I mean,
he's not the only one that's done it.
I might even really care about that. People probably calling him gay or whatever, homophobes, and doing whatever they do. Like, I don't.
Lack of masculinity is what the so-called non-homophobic ones are saying.
We're probably just seeing him dip a little bit more into the Metro lane. I don't have a problem with the Metro lane. I like piercings. I only have like two, the lower and upper lobe on both, but I want to get a nose ring. I really like
piercings
that.
Piercings are pretty acceptable.
We're gonna talk about Spider-Verse later. I really like that Gwen Stacy. She has that eyebrow like bar. I think that shit is tough. I think that shit would look good on me. So
would you ever paint your nails?
If I was like really punk, like the Spider Punk dude, or like I was really like into that life, I'd probably paint them black. That's probably the only color. If I ever painted my nails, I'd probably like a rock star. That's probably the only color I'll paint them is black.
You think people got on his ass because it wasn't black? It was like actual color. Like he sat there and was like, "Oh, I
think that's what it was." I think they would have got on his ass.
Nails
anyway, but they would have.
Nails are feminine.
I think painting nails is feminine. I think feminine, but that's why it's Metro, because you're doing things that are usually considered feminine. So I think it's a little feminine, but I don't. If you painted in pink, maybe you could say, maybe you could say, maybe he's bisexual. Maybe we don't know. Maybe it's just him letting us know. I don't know.
Based off the color.
It's still stupid. Like, it reminds me of like Mr. Mosby from Zack and Cody when he wore that pink shirt and he was like, well, why are you wearing a pink shirt? He's like, it's salmon. Or he said something about it. It's salmon.
They just don't like to look soft or whatever.
Yeah, it's like a fear of looking soft. Me personally, I don't like pink, but if you like pink and you rocking it, rock pink. That doesn't define your sexuality. So let me, but I don't know. I think that's like, I don't really think there's anything to it. I think people love picking at Drake. I think he does it now because he knows he baits him. I think he does it intentionally.
Oh, you think he was trying to clout chase? You think Drake feels the need to be like in the media?
No, Drake is one of the biggest clout chasers, but that's a whole other thing.
I'm talking about clout in terms of like, hey, I want to have my name out in the media. I want to be trending right now. You think he does it things for that reason?
I think he does it to troll. Because he knows people, they come out, they get after his ass. Like Drake has been, they used to make Drake the type of nigga memes. Like Drake the type of nigga to step on a Lego. I don't know what, you know what I'm talking about. Them stupid ass memes. Drake the type of nigga, like Drake the type of nigga to look at himself in the mirror and cry. Like they used to make like these really dumb memes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm sure them things, I feel like those probably used to bother him, but now I think he leans into the memes. Like I think people who lean into the memes have fun. Like people gonna talk shit anyway. I think he's just been spending some
time around the younger dudes. Drake is still young, but I'm talking about like the Lil Yachty's and shit, and the Tylers. I don't know if he hangs out with Tyler, but like that type of crowd, like those younger dudes. Actually, Tyler's actually pretty old. What am I talking about? Tyler's like in his mid-30s, isn't he?
He's in his early. He's like 32, 33.
How old is Lil Yachty?
I have no idea. I can look it up.
He's probably like our age.
He's older than us though. I think
he's probably like a couple years older.
I think he's like 28.
Yeah. But like, he's been hanging. I think Drake's just been hanging around like the younger crowd of
what?
rappers.
He's the same age as us. Oh damn.
Yeah, I figured because I think that whatever. But and I think that younger crowd of rapper is kind of just exposing him to a little bit of Metro.
Yeah,
the Metro is the wave though. I feel like if people don't see you on the Metro wave, they kind of look at you in a way of like, you're not willing to express yourself fully.
I don't know, dude, because most dudes,
everybody's got it.
Most dudes I see out in public are not on the Metro. Maybe at least in LA.
That's because I think they hide in it. Everybody got a little something in them. I'm telling you.
Some people say wearing cologne is Metro, which is stupid to me. I've heard people say that, where it's like most
at
least dudes our age don't. Most dudes our age don't wear cologne, and I
like
believe
a fruity fragrance, like a woman's fragrance.
I can argue that, but I don't know, dude. Most dudes I know our age don't wear cologne. Anytime I'm not at work, I wear cologne.
That's because they haven't developed the swag yet.
Yeah,
that's a different story.
I love cologne.
I'm just saying, I think that there's a level of full expression that certain people have, and when you fully express, like if you were to get your peak of full expression, I'm talking about like the clothes you wear, the way you like. We could talk about the way you smell, like what kind of perfume you're wearing. We could talk about like your hairstyle, the polish, the piercings, all that, the tattoos. At a certain, if you can get to your peak full expression, people would consider you like a Metro man, feminine, masculine, and combined. But I think that that's also, and this is all on a deeper level, but that's just my own conspiracy. I think that at a deeper level, every spirit is meant to balance that. You know how like they have the Baphomet where it's like male and female?
Right.
I think that, and I'm not a Satanist or anything, but I think that that's supposed to be like a true, authentic spirit. I've seen that type of feminine and masculine mix represented in a lot of spirits, just in terms of like movies and TV shows.
Yeah, I can see that. A lot of people say reincarnation is real. We live multiple lives. There's probably been lives where you were a woman. You get what I'm saying? Like, you probably live. I'm sure if reincarnation is real, and let's say, we just reincarnate on Earth. I can imagine you having half your lives being female, half your lives being male, to get that true balance, to get that true experience. I could see that. And people just in different lifetimes come in with a different percentage of that energy.
Or something like that, yeah.
Or something like that. Like people who are like real tomboyish, they probably have a lot more masculine, like women are more tomboyish, have a lot more masculine energy because the balance is a little different. Maybe they're 60-40, 40 being the masculine or vice versa. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
things like that can happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, you want to move into this UFO disclosure?
Sure. Let's do it.
So yeah, there was a pretty high up. I believe he's a military official. I think he's Air Force, but he's a military official. His name is David Grush. I think he's 36 years old. He's blowing the whistle on secret UFO projects going on in the military, and they say the military has several intact and partially intact UFO crafts that he didn't. I don't think he gave, and he gave a lot of documents they haven't disclosed yet to presented to Congress to get them to probe further information to these secret military projects. What do you think about that? I mean, we know
they'll
UFOs
definitely
are real.
be moved by that. Oh yeah, this is definitely gonna move them.
Oh no, they're not, because these dudes are all in on it. Like, or if they don't know, someone's gonna say, "Hey, bro, here's $2 billion." You know, and he also claims there's a private company that's also involved in it, which I'm pretty sure is Lockheed. That's also involved in with projects on the crafts, is what he was saying.
That's a bank?
Lockheed's a defense contractor. They make all the military weapons and shit and ships, battle. You know, pretty sure they make all the fighter jets and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure they're all involved. Involved in all that. Okay. Well, I wanted to work at Lockheed. Lockheed seems cool, but that's a whole other thing. What do you think about that? You know, what do you think if this is real? You know, how does your place in the universe feel knowing that?
It doesn't change much. I think it's the same reaction as when they actually said that they found, well, they didn't call them UFOs, but they called them UAPs. Remember, like around COVID?
Yeah,
they started releasing some of those videos.
UAPs, yeah.
And it was cool at the moment. You know, it was like, wow, like there's a bigger world out there. We already know this, or bigger universe, excuse me. But nothing really came of it. It kind of just came and went like any other news story that, you know, pops up in the media and people talk about it for a week or two and then fizzles out.
Because they haven't given us a sauce. They give you if they have a whole cake and the cake is UFOs, all the tech behind it, the alien races, they literally just gave the people a crumb and said, "Shoo." While they have the big ass wedding cake and they didn't even give you a.
That's what you say, but that's a huge deal, bro. That's a huge deal to say that. Hey, yes, we are going to confirm we do not know what these things are.
But you didn't know cake existed. You just heard cake existed, and they gave you a speck, a crumb to put on your.
Yeah,
tongue.
but for all of eternity, humans have been wondering. Hey, I wonder if there's other civilizations out beyond, other beings out in the fucking universe or whatever, beyond this Earth. And then they finally confirmed it. And then it just came and went. That says something.
I think it came and went because people already know. Like they keep, you know, the theory is that they say that like, oh, if we tell.
So then why would this change anything? Panic. If people already know and they're not going to be that concerned to be able to dwell on it like that, then why would this change anything that, hey, yeah, we're going to, whatever this man wants. What did you say he wanted? What is this guy?
He said he wanted to move forward for full disclosure on these military projects that are public on like
why would this be any different?
Oh, how long have they had them? What kind of well, the reason I say this is right. What are these things powered by? I mean, if they've had these things for decades, they've probably reverse engineered them. We don't know for certain what progress they've made, but a lot of people say that. I've seen people say that video you talked about during COVID era, that was a man-made UFO. That's what some people say. If it's man-made and it's defying known laws of physics, why are we still on fossil goddamn fuels? That's my problem. That why our planet is dying. Gaia is dying. The oceans are dying. We're fucked in 10 and 20 years. So if we have ships that if they've reverse engineered these ships, why are we all slowly dying on this, trapped in this? Our biosphere is dying. Why are we allowing this to go down? Now, we already know what it is. I'm not going to go too deep into it, but why wouldn't that be big news? Why wouldn't you?
No, I'm not saying it's not big news. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is that it's going to come and go, just like any other news story. People don't have the time to dwell on this type of stuff. We don't. We have the time to dwell on things like that are immediate, that affect us immediately. Healthcare, costs, groceries, inflation. Those are the types of things that people like to talk about.
All right. So, but I feel like, my question to you is, right, if an alien ship or if the government just said, yeah, we made these and just landed this shit on the White House lawn, you're saying nobody's going to care?
You keep saying that I'm going to the extreme of saying no one's going to care. It's going to be a huge story, but it's going to come and go.
I mean, yeah, but anything's going to come and go. If aliens came to the planet,
that's all I'm saying.
If aliens came to the planet today and was like, we're Star Trek, Galactic Federation, whatever, whoop-de-woo, that shit's going to pass in like 1 to 2 years. It's going to be business as usual. I agree, but you can say that about anything.
I'm talking about the specific news story, though. If somebody says, yeah, we want full disclosure, Congress next week says, okay, yeah, sure, we agree with you. Full disclosure, here, everything. We know these things exist, and that we've seen them 1, 2, 3, 5 different times in these locations. People are going to be like, all right, let's talk about it on the news. CNN, Fox News, Twitter, tirades, all the memes.
Because people don't believe it. I
and
swear.
then a week later, it's going to go straight back to normal.
Because people don't think it's real. That's what I really, especially a lot of like super religious people. They don't. It's like, this is bullshit. This is bull job. This is
so the conspiracy is that what if they do exist, but then when they do get it confirmed, now we don't believe it.
Because some people are gonna take. Some people don't believe
made
shit.
Up for me.
Some people don't believe shit. They take it to the grave. You got people who don't think racism is a thing anymore. You can present all the studies. You can present all the paperwork. You can present all the damages. There's no racism though. It ended in the 60s.
It's not my wallet.
See, that's the best. That is literally the best thing you could have said to explain my point. I swear there's some dudes, the shit lands on a White House lawn. People in D.C. see it flying there. And you got to have people in California or in West Virginia talking about, it's not my wallet.
You know what is real that nobody can refute, though, is this AR wave. Apple's new VR headset, the Vision Pro, I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
Fire. Now, I know what people are going to say that. Yeah, exactly, bro. All the new intricacies about that was just the fact that they have their own iOS apps in there. It was pretty, too. It was pretty. I'm still not wearing a goddamn
and the fact that it's mixed reality, like you can like do AR and then it'll just convert to VR.
It'll open up for you, yeah.
That's like people are sleeping on that. It's not pause. But, I mean, we'll just say it's pause.
I said it. I'll take that one.
I think, and we have a homie. Wish he was on the podcast. He's like one of the biggest VR, AR, like skeptic, like downplayer ever. And I agree with a lot of what he says about it. But I just think it's just not small enough yet. It's not cheap enough. Apple, this was dope. This is ahead. I think what they're doing with this, they're not the first to the market, but they definitely are swagging on everybody. I will say that. But the price is not swaggy at all.
The price is not swaggy. That price needs to change. The price is not swaggy. And then, it's no different really, besides the fact that they have their own apps that make up the interface. It's not that different. And also the feature that you talked about. Well, actually, there's a few different things. We already went through the features, but like it's overall, it's not that much of a breakthrough in terms of what we've already seen in these VR, AR headsets.
Like you can do
it's just that it's Apple.
It's just that it's Apple. Like
the biggest difference is that it's Apple,
and they just hit
Apple sure know how to get some people to consume their products. God damn,
dude, Apple was like the biggest status symbol in tech. I refuse to buy Apple products, even though I like what I follow them. I like some of the stuff they do. I won't buy their products.
It is very much so a status symbol, and that's the reason why I think it's going to succeed. They're going to sell out of these. It's a $3,000 price point, over $3,000, but I think they did that on purpose. They did that in order to show you, look, we're not playing around with this one.
You're an
this
early
is
adopter.
Something serious.
We invested the money. We bought a whole bunch of companies to make this happen. You're going to pay this money. We're going to make our money back.
And to the point of the skeptics, the people that deem that would go to the ends of the earth to try to prove that people aren't going to adopt the AR and VR, the only thing I have to say is that they were people that speculated about whether or not computers were going to be in everybody's home.
Yeah.
And now we carry them around in our pockets.
We do.
and on our wrists.
And I
so
think,
we can stop with that.
And crypto,
we can stop with that right there.
Crypto skeptics are the same way. Apparently, crypto is being adopted faster than the internet was. Is it being adopted at a much faster rate than the internet was? So I feel the same. I feel like we're gonna live in a world where it's like an entanglement of distributed ledger technology mixed with VR and AR. It's all gonna be in one sphere where you own your own digital assets. It's all in a blockchain. Shit is just gonna be seamless.
It just seems like
you own all your items
written on the wall.
Games.
Doesn't it just seem like it's just all written on the wall?
It's all coming together. Like I feel like you can't just look at this thing in a vacuum. I think it's gonna be a whole new social media, digital assets. It's all gonna be intertwined. I think we just haven't. I think in like 5 to 10 years, it's really gonna mesh and it's gonna pop. Like we're gonna have a crypto bull run like you can't even imagine. I think by 2030.
Yeah.
If you get in now, you're gonna be making a fuckload of money. It's like 2013. 2030 is like 2020, 2021 when that shit
not financial advice.
Yeah, not of course.
Do we need to disclose?
We have to. Yes, we do. I'm not getting sued. Not financial advice, by the way. But yeah, I think Apple's on the right track, man. I think. Remember, a lot of people said this thing is like the prototype, really, for the glasses, because these are not the glasses. This is the VR headset.
Right. Yeah.
Apple Glass is going to be probably, I think, in another 5 years. I think that shit's going to be on fucking point, bro. I think Apple Glass is going to be the one where, because they're going to have the gestures mastered. They're going to have several iterations done, and it's just going to be really good. You're probably going to have like a little remote to go with it. It's almost going to be like a really, really tiny iPhone. It's probably going to be about the size of
I think that's what they're trying to do. I think what I'm anticipating from it is that they're attempting, at least Apple, because of the fact that they make phones. Like they make phones. So why wouldn't they take this product that can make your room your phone and try to translate the phone, that hardware, into what will end up being glasses, AR, VR glasses? That to me makes sense. They already have you wearing your phone on your wrist. They have the watches. If you were to have another type of wearable such as the glasses, because the headset thing, no one's going to be walking around on the street with that.
No.
That's not happening.
It has to be plugged in anyway, so they're not doing that.
The commercial showed people like on a plane, for example, taking out the headset. I could see that. If you want to escape the world, you wouldn't want to use it to be a part of the world. You'd want to use it to escape the world. I could see that. With the glasses, though, I feel like that could change. You could go to work and they have fucking the same way they have like devices at work, computer devices at work. Just pick up the glasses.
Yeah.
I don't see why people would even try to deny that could be a possibility.
Yeah. Especially when it gets when it's probably like this, it's like this small, like on your face. And it's like something you can just take out. It might even just like suction onto your face. I don't know if people want to do all that. But when we get 4 or 5 iterations in, why wouldn't you just sit on a plane, take that shit out, put it on your face, use the gestures to bring up the screens around you, and you just have a whole media, you just have a whole media center and you're on a plane. And it's this small, in 2030. I could see that. And then by then, we're going to have the glasses. And our homie, he still thinks no one's going to go out of their way to wear glasses. Like, you crazy. Because plenty of people who need prescription glasses are going to.
Yeah, he said that he thought people would wear contacts before the glasses. I was like, what? You said that too, though. You agreed with that.
Well, I agree to a certain extent where it's like, I think people who actually wear glasses, they would get benefits out of that because they can probably get a prescription version. Or maybe the glasses you might be able to dial the prescription. It's Apple. It might do some shit where you can change the prescription on the fly. Something crazy. I don't know if that's even possible. But
I'm just talking about the fundamental process of sticking
consumer.
Something into your eye versus just putting on some glasses that we're all familiar with. Not everybody wears contacts, but everybody's probably put on some shades.
Yeah, but not everybody wants to wear glasses all the time. But versus if a contact you have it in and you almost don't even feel it, I think people who don't wear glasses will be more likely to adopt an Apple contact lens before the glasses. But if you wear glasses, it makes sense to me. That's a direct crossover.
Interesting.
With Haley.
It's easier to be Miles flirting with Gwen when I'm looking at Haley.
When you're looking at her, right?
Oh shit!
I got to do this. I gotta make the movie.
I'm gonna watch Paper Moon just so
you know,
just so I can be closer to Haley. It's easier looking at Haley being Miles trying to get to Gwen.
Dude,
a lot of niggas was
big simping. I
niggas was getting exposed this week.
I know. Dude was big simping.
You said that was
she fine as hell though. I didn't even know.
Wait.
What?
Who?
What's her name? Haley's? Is that her? I just found out this week that she voices Gwen.
Why you act like you don't know now? You were confident about it when you said it.
Well, I saw her name Haley
was you talking
Steinfeld.
about?
She's cute, bro. What's wrong with me saying she's cute?
You said fine as hell. Stop.
She is fine.
You said fine as hell.
But anyway,
I thought you were on the.
I be trolling low key when it comes to the
Never mind.
shit.
Okay.
I'm trolling. I can admit I be trolling, calling people coons and
right.
stuff. I'm just playing.
It was just a troll. We can move past it. It was just a troll. You didn't mean anything about it.
Yeah. But yeah, speaking of Spider-Verse, man, that movie was one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not exaggerating.
I just don't buy it.
The story was amazing. The art style was fucking the best art. Every shot in that movie was deliberate and it looked like it could be a wallpaper. I'm not exaggerating. Almost every shot in that movie looked like it could be a wallpaper.
Not for me.
You might like this one better. You know why? I don't think we talked about this. Because it's across the Spider-Verse, so they go to so many different universes, and they all have different art styles. And when they come into someone else's universe, they retain the art style of their universe. So it just looks like it's like magnificent. I don't know how they pulled that off.
I think that people really like the spectacle of it, and I don't like it. That's the main draw in these movies. I mean, the movies, like story-wise, decent, you know, and no different than any other animated movie that's well done. You know, it'd be like, oh, that's a good watch. You know, I just watched Encanto. I'm late to the party, but everybody was talking up a storm about that movie. I watched it. Cool. It was like, it's a good watch. I think the same thing applies to the Spider-Man movies. I think that the main draw, though, is the fact that it's this new style of animation where it's clearly CGI, but not CGI, but it's like 3D. It's 3D animation, but it looks 2D.
They're like, and they've been doing this in video games a little bit too. There's a video game series called Guilty Gear where it's like, it's 3D, but they have it like move like frame by frame instead of it being like a fluid motion because it's 3D. They intentionally like move it frame by frame like it's animated. The thing about Spider-Verse is that it kicked off a renaissance for animation, bro. We wouldn't have Puss in Boots. We wouldn't have had. It's like I watched the whole video. I'm trying to remember what the other ones were, but it kicked off. Oh, the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is in the same style. It kicked off a whole new renaissance of like this like comic book 3D art wave, man. I don't know how you don't think it looks good.
It doesn't look appealing to me. I mean, I haven't seen the new Puss in Boots. I've seen the trailer. It is that same effect. I like it in Puss in Boots, but in the Spider-Man movies, I'm just not fucking with it. It's too much. It's too chaotic for me.
I'm not even gonna try to explain the art styles, bro. It's just a spectacle. Like I just gotta give respect to the artist.
It's too gimmicky for me.
It's beautiful. It's like one of the prettiest movies I've ever seen in my life. I'm not just, I say this about a lot of
I don't
shit,
watch movies just to look at prettiness, though.
The story was great, bro. The story was so good, and the fact that it was a part one, I was so mad. It kind of made me feel as mad as at the end of Infinity War because it was like it was left on a pretty big cliffhanger, and it was.
What is it? Spoiler alert for everybody.
You don't care?
Not at all.
So the cliffhanger, it's hard to explain. It's basically Miles. So the twist of the movie was that you saw the first one, right? So remember when he got bit by the spider was glitching. Like when he killed the spider and he walked away, the spider was glitching, and they didn't address that in the first movie. They were setting it up in the sequel, the plot twist in the sequel. His spider wasn't from his universe because you remember if you're in a different person's universe, you start to glitch. You don't remember that?
Not at all, but okay.
Damn. So if you're in the wrong universe, you glitch because you're not supposed to be there and your body starts to decay. So the way they solved it, there was like a spider society that is going around fixing the multiverse because after the events of the first movie, all these like anomalies start happening and all these universes were collapsing. So they go around making sure certain events happen. I'm not going to get too deep into that. And they have these wristbands that prevent the glitching. So when Miles got bit by that spider from another universe, it changed his DNA to be reminiscent of that other universe. So when he got scanned, it's a whole thing. Anyway, he ended up getting sent. He was trying to escape. Like, all right, it's hard to explain, bro. It's really
just break it down.
Let me just get to the end. Basically, at the end, what happened was Miles was tied up. His uncle was alive in this other universe because he got sent to that universe because when it scanned his DNA, it sent him to the spiders that bit him's universe. And in that universe, didn't have a Spider-Man because that spider got killed in Miles' universe and sent to his universe and turned him into a Spider-Man. So when he gets there, it's just like buildings are on fire. Shit just looks like Gotham. His dad was dead. And his uncle was alive. And his uncle like knew he was like a fraud and kidnapped him, just chained him up. And he was like, I know you're the Prowler. Like, we can hook it up. My uncle's the Prowler. He was like, no, I'm not the Prowler. And then you just look at the top and you just see the Prowler and he comes down. And he's like this real hood looking Miles who's like the Prowler who's about to kill him. And then like the movie went off. Like it was really crazy. Like it was like, it doesn't sound good because I'm not explaining everything that was going on.
What is the Prowler?
Bro, are you sure you saw the first movie?
Yeah, but that was years ago and I didn't like it. So I put it out of my head.
So remember, Miles' uncle was a villain. He was the Prowler.
Not a good sell. Not a good sell.
All right. Watch the movie when it comes out on Disney Plus. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, I'll probably watch it.
Or
what else we got?
Last thing we got is so I know you heard about how good the Mario movie was. Mario movie sold over $1 billion.
I saw it.
Second highest grossing. You saw it? When did you see it?
I'm not going to reveal the way that I saw it, but I saw it.
Oh, I remember now. Yeah, second highest grossing animated film of all time, if I understand correctly. They're the same studios in talks to make a Zelda movie, and a lot of people are mad about it because they think
people are mad. Why?
Yeah, because they think Illumination just makes these safe goofball movies. They don't take risks with the animation.
Illumination makes pretty decent films in my recent memory.
I think so. They made all the Gru and the Minion films.
All the Universal shit.
I really think Zelda needs a Studio Ghibli. Or I think even Zelda would look good in like an Into the Spider-Verse kind of style. Maybe less comic book, but still like more Puss in Boots kind of thing. But,
yeah, I mean, I'm not the audience to go watch it. I barely even saw the Super Mario Bros. Movie. The only reason why I saw that is because I saw it it was presented
redacted
to me in a certain way. Exactly.
Redacted.
But I wouldn't have even gone out of my way to watch that movie. So I'm definitely not going to watch no Zelda movie.
And you've never even played a Zelda game, so
not at all. No.
Yeah.
I'm kind of just tired of like the spectacle movies, you know, because the Mario Brothers movies, I don't even understand why that is so coveted. That movie made a lot of money, and I don't understand why.
Like
it wasn't
one of
even
the most safest, most basic. It was funny though. It was some fun, and it was nostalgic though. It's a movie that I think decays after the first watch, just like No Way Home.
It's a movie where it's like, hey, just like Ready Player One. It's like you could point out all the different cameos and things that you recognize from the reference material. And then what? The story is very simple and it's nothing crazy. They had a song that went viral. I don't get it, but I guess the kids, man. I guess Nintendo still has a grip on the kids.
Yeah, they definitely do, especially with this new Zelda game. But like, I don't know, man. Zelda is a lot more. It's still a kids game, I'd say, for kids, but it's a lot more. It's a lot more mature than Mario. I'll say that. It definitely is
maybe
a lot
it's
more
deeper.
mature.
It's deeper
story-wise. It's a deeper
than
story-wise than Mario.
Mario is very one-dimensional.
And Zelda is very simple too. It's Mario saves the princess, Link saves the princess.
Yeah, but you can't make an open
but
world
it's
Mario
a lot more
game.
Deeper. I think you.
That shit would not last.
Yeah.
That would not last.
Yeah.
You're gonna walk around because what would you do? The same shit that you do in any other level of any other Mario game.
Yeah, you get power ups, you hop around, and maybe they add a gimmick like in the last game. He has like this hat that's like alive. He can throw it. You can like jump on the hat to close gaps and shit. And
even in the movie, they didn't do much traveling around. It wasn't any story outside of what is Mario, which is, hey, Peach, and Bowser wants Peach. Mario's gonna save the day. That was the movie. They didn't do any world building. There was nothing extra, nothing added, besides the fact that they came from the real world, which I thought was actually that's pretty good idea, actually. The fact that they came from the real world. Because who would have thought?
Yeah. I mean, Zelda it's so deep you can do an open world. There's a lot of story. There's a lot of lore.
Yeah, I figured.
I just think I don't know if you saw that picture I sent where, and for our Zelda fans listening, about Wind Waker. That it's like this like cartoon kind of cutesy art style. Because every Zelda they switch the art style up. Sometimes they just make it completely wacky, like this cartoon kind of one. I think that's the only way Illumination could pull it off. Or there's another one there's a couple of Zelda art styles that are real cutesy and kind of chibi. We could pull that off. I think the kids would love it. I think it would make a lot of money, but that's all I really got to say about it. I think if they go with that route, they're gonna make a fuckload of money, and they're gonna get a whole bunch of people in the Zelda. A whole bunch of kids who probably just didn't fuck with it. But I don't know, man. Everybody from our age to a little older than us to like my homie, he has like an 8-year-old brother. He's playing Zelda. So everybody plays Zelda. I don't know how much more people they gonna get into Zelda. They already are into it. People are just gonna go see the movie and make the money.
Yeah.
Right,
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this has been fun. We will catch you the same place, same time next week for another episode of Top Tier Podcast. Peace.
Take it easy, y'all. Okay.